The question that called me to the cards today was, where do we go from here? What's next? What the situation is what it is, and now what? Maybe you're asking that to another person, or maybe you're just asking that of the universe, or maybe you're just asking that of yourself, trying to get a clear picture of what happens next. Well, we've got a few different things that are going to take place. Okay, the first thing that's going to take place is you're going to let loose a little bit. Do whatever feels good. Do what feels right. Do something that you've always wanted to do. Go ahead and have a crazy night with your friends. Be safe, obviously. You can plan for a safe night, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't literally like plan a night where you don't know where it's going to take you and you're down with that and it's going to be fun. Do something that seems a little risque for you. Change your look. Indulge a little bit. Spend some of that hard earned money. Buy yourself something that you've been putting off for ages and ages. Something you don't need. You just want it. Go ahead. You're going to indulge a little bit because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. You've got some great energy towards beginning something brand new. Now, I'm hearing for some of you, this is about either a side gig, a small business, or perhaps going back to school. It's something different than what you've been doing. You've got great energy, great ideas, very entrepreneurial spirit type energy, taking on something new, learning lots of new things. It's very exciting. But here's the thing, you can think about it and you can talk about it all you want. In fact, it seems like maybe you've been doing that for a while. So what's next? Act. Sign up. Take a class. Get that LLCs going. Whatever it is that you need to do to make those next moves, get those next moves going. Because when that wheel is turning, we got to capture the momentum. Roll with it, see what happens, get it going, give it a little push if you want. Try to get a little head start on it. Go with what feels right, what feels good, because the question of what next can only be answered by you. What do you want to be next? It seems like you've got all these things that you've wanted and you've never taken the initiative to go out and get for yourself. And that's what these cards are saying. They're saying, what do you want? What's next? Whatever you want for yourself. Go enjoy your life. Take what's yours. Claim it. Own it. And if that wasn't enough for you, here's another message just to drive that home. Transformation and new beginnings. This is about your evolution. This phase about you. You put so many things on hold for so long and for so many people, and you set aside your priorities and your needs and your wants and your desires, and you didn't even realize it until they weren't there, squawking in your ear about their needs and their wants and their desires. All of a sudden, that quietness is where your silenced voice finally got heard, and it said, hey, me, it's my turn. It's you that needs to be the priority in your life. You're not looking for the next relationship. You're not looking for the next job that sucks the life out of you. You're looking for something that gives back as much as you put into it. We're talking about filling each other's cup, right? If you enjoy what you do, it doesn't feel like hard work. If you enjoy learning new things, school isn't difficult. Doesn't mean you don't put work into it. It just isn't difficult. It's something that you want to put that effort into. And the thing is, the relationships are that way too. You don't feel like you're trapped or you're in some situation that's dragging you down and aging you and making you feel terrible if you're equally pouring into one another. If they're giving as much as you're giving, it doesn't feel like a bad thing. So when it got tiring and it got annoying and when you couldn't stand the sound of them breathing anymore, and every time they spoke or they called you, that's because it wasn't even. So the universe says, this is time. This is the opportunity. Because now that you realize that space, that gap that had been created between who you truly are and what you truly want and what you were living, Now it's time to close that gap. So new opportunities, as soon as you recognize that, new opportunities just start landing in your lap. It's wild how quickly that happens. And we're talking, we're talking about everything from going on a date that doesn't have to turn into anything at all. You don't have to. You can just go and have fun. You can try out a new job or maybe a new career or take some classes. You can do anything that you want. This is about getting a taste of what it is that you feel like you've been missing so that you don't feel that way anymore, and finding something that equally gives to you as much as you give to it. There's a transformation here that can only take place when you prioritize the self and you put yourself right here and you're not willing to lower your standards ever again. And one final message for today, we are finding ourselves in something of a contradictory situation here. We are told that abundance is the accumulation of many things, right? That's not always the case. Sometimes abundance is freedom. Sometimes abundance is when you don't feel burdened and weighed down with material things. Abundance is more often than not about how you feel about your life. And if you feel like you can walk into your space and that space feels light and stress free and clean and organized and it has everything that you need without too much, and you can stretch out and you can be who you are, and there's no obligations or burdens, you feel as though you have more than enough. You have enough to give away because that feels so much better than just accumulating things. So many people focus on abundance as the accumulation of wealth, the accumulation of material objects. Baby, that's just gonna get messy. So the universe wants you to reframe this context in your mind. It wants you to look instead at things that you can get rid of that will give you an abundance of freedom, give you an abundance of peace, joy, space, energy. Get rid of these old things, these material things that actually mean nothing. In fact, don't even spend time trying to sell these things. Most of these things aren't really worth enough to go through all that trouble. Give them away. And that feels amazing, especially when you find people that really truly value and would appreciate some object or some things. Go through your clothes and pull out all those clothes that you thought you were going to get into that size again. Who cares? Who cares? Give them to somebody who can wear them now. You have so much that you don't need to hold on to things that you can't use. In fact, those things that you can't use are taking away from how much more you can bring into your life because they're clogging up all the space, clogging up all the memories too. You're carrying around all this extra baggage with some of the memories and the connections with these things. But this isn't just about material things either. This is about obligations. This is about extra subscriptions. This is about taking on these tasks that just don't need to be done anymore. Clear that clutter. It's spring cleaning. It's time to get things in order. So go ahead and focus on the abundance by releasing what you no longer need in your life.